This right here is a Coolscan 4. And this right here is a Super Coolscan 4000. First off, why can't we have names like this anymore? Super Coolscan. That's an incredible name. We need to bring back the cool names and the transparent plastic. But anyway, other than the name, what makes the Super Coolscan 4000 better than the Coolscan 4? I mean, after all, the Coolscan 4 has USB, but the Super Coolscan 4000 has Firewire. In fact, computers don't even have Firewire anymore, so how are you supposed to use it? Well, that, my friends, is where this little guy comes in. This is a Firewire add-in card. And while it's not something that you would typically find in a new PC nowadays, it's still useful for interfacing with old hardware, such as some of the older Coolscan models and some old digital camcorders as well. Other than installing this, to get this scanner working on a modern computer, we're also going to have to do some heavy modifications to Windows, which so far I've gotten working on Windows 10, but I'm about to try it on Windows 11. I've been told it can't be done, but come on, I'm going to try it anyway. The first step is to install this. Yep, that's gonna get lost. All right, I can't show you this part because I have to restart the computer. But the first step is going to be going down to the start menu, clicking the power button, and then where it says restart, hold down the shift key, then click restart. So here we are, it says choose an option. We'll go troubleshoot, advanced options, startup settings, reboot. All right, now select number 7 by hitting the number 7 button on your keyboard. So, we finally have Nikon Scan and the Nikon files downloaded. I'll try to keep the download links for both of these files in the video description. If the links ever break, just comment, let me know, and I'll try to get a working one put back in. So our first step is going to be to install Nikon Scan 4.0.3. To do this, we'll right-click, show more options, properties, and we're going to go into compatibility mode and run this program in compatibility mode for Windows Vista. And now run the installer. All right, now that Nikon Scan's installed, what we need to do is install the driver. This is the tricky part. What we're going to do is right-click, copy, go to C, Program Files x86, Nikon NK Scan 4, and then we'll paste it right in here. All right, so assuming that you have your Coolscan with Firewire already plugged into your card, along with the Firewire PCIe card, what we're gonna do now is do Windows key X to open up this little menu, click M to open up Device Manager, and right here what we'll see is the Nikon Super Coolscan 4000 ED is being recognized properly. That's not supposed to happen. I swear, if this just works, I've never installed it on this computer before. There is no reason for this to be working. What the fuck? Why is this working? Anyways, I'll show you what happens if it doesn't work. Normally you would right click on this because there would be a little yellow triangle or some shit. Update driver, browse locally, browse, go, are we in program files x86, go Nikon, and Nikon files. Click OK, and you would click next, and it should find the file automatically and install it. I'm not going to do that because it seems to just be working, and I'm cool with that. If it throws an error saying that it can install the file, check to see if you disabled driver signing. Now that we have our Super Coolscan working on Windows 11, which everybody said was impossible, but somehow it's doing it. Our next step is going to be to take this SA21 filmstrip adapter and convert it into the SA30 filmstrip adapter. The difference between the two filmstrip adapters is a few $100s on eBay. The name and the ability for the SA30 to scan an entire roll, whereas this one only does 6 frames, even though it has a little pass-through right there. So yeah, I'm bad at soldering, so I got my friend to do it. So let's cut to that right now. Ooh. All right. It's like a puzzle game.
It is pretty much. Stick tabs.
Oh, beauty. Okay.
I was like...
All right, now the ribbon cable. All right, That's how you upgrade the SA21 film strip adapter. Now that we have this converted to an SA30, the next and final step is going to be to clean the mirror inside of this. Typically when you get one of these bad boys off of eBay, the mirrors have never been cleaned before and are absolutely caked in dust, which kind of defeats the purpose of getting one of these because it absolutely destroys your scan quality. So let's do that now. We'll cut to that clip. Come on. So the mirror is being held in right in there with the metal clasp. So you just grab it down here at the bottom. Oh, you know what? I'm doing it upside down. That's why. There. So this side, you can grab it down here. And that comes off, and then the other side pops off, and this just unhooks. Comes right out like that. So when you go to grab the mirror, you don't scratch the shit out of it. So now that should help nicely with not scratching up the mirror. So to get the mirror out, I'm just gonna basically reach in there and out we go. Now make sure you mark down. This is like the very silvery side. There's two sides on this mirror. So right, there's a mirror side, right? So this is the like the surface itself is reflective, and then here you can see the mirror, but there's like thick glass in between. So this side points up, and this side goes in. So the mirror sits like this in this angle. So make sure you mark that down. Now, as you can see, this mirror, I don't know if you can see, but it's extremely dusty. It's just covered. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to take just like a microfiber cloth. You can probably just wipe it off, maybe use some water. I'm going to use some screen cleaner. So iFixit stuff, or you can use Whoosh or whatever. Apply a bit to your microfiber cloth, and we'll just give it a nice little wipe off. And remember, the reflective side is going to go downwards, and we'll just drop it into place. It should just fall right in, and just goes right in. It only goes in one way, and there we go. It should be, we just have to, there we go. And just like that, we're done. And then right here, you'll see there's a metal flap right here. Make sure that that goes on the inside when you close the side panel. All ready to go. All right, we have the mirror all cleaned up. We have the film strip adapter converted. We're not gonna actually use that because we're just gonna do a slide for comparison right now. Let's see here, where's my Porsche? There it is. All right, so we're back here in Coolscan. So for settings, what we're gonna do is go into make sure that our film type is set to positive, color space, RGB, bit depth, 14-bit. And my favorite setting, multi-sampling, superfine, 16x. And what we'll do is click scan. I now have a scanner capable of doing nice, sharp, really high quality scans. It does it completely automated, and it plugs into a modern Windows 11 operating system. What more could you ask for?